Guys, welcome back to Daily Blue Weekly.
My name's Brad.
My name's Gabe. Yeah, coming in at the start. Bluey is off today. He's away. He is moving into his newly bought house or apartment. I'm not sure. I haven't been there yet.
Neither have I. I found out via Instagram that that's what's going on.
Yep.
A big announcement from Blue. There was a baby bump there. If you don't look closely, the baby bump kind of takes away from what else is going on. But then I saw the cheeky Ray White thing as well, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, so if you aren't following just Bluey personally on Instagram, he has big news. But I guess we'll let him touch more on that.
Yeah, sorry to steal your thunder,
No,
Blue.
that's all right. That's all right. They all would have seen it by now. That's what Bluey's got a fair bit going on. But I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Brad Bishop.
Mate, bloody pleasure to be here.
Friend, comedian. Haven't seen you in a while, man.
Has been a red hot minute. Look, Chrissy break was good. Hooked into just like heaps of piss, dude. And I've got like my in-laws all get along with one another, and it's just a completely different like family environment to what I deal with. So I'm like, is no one gonna call someone a cunt and just have a massive
Oh, you're waiting for the blue.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen. Like, I've been dating her for 6 years now. I'm like, it's crazy that you all get along. But then I'm like, is that how family should be? Do I just come from a crazy household?
That's what I think sometimes, eh? I'm like, because it was my first Christmas at my misso's. Like their family Christmas. My parents didn't join forces, but like, it was fucking wild up there, huge. They did have some blues, which was good. I like seeing it because I only have small Christmases.
I think you need a Christmas blue.
I think so.
Like my sister used to just like hold the mantle, like gold medalists, would go out like in Canberra, like one of the biggest nights of the year was Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You'd go to a place called like the Kingston Hotel Pub or the Kingo, I think it was called.
Everyone's got a king.
Everyone was there.
Yeah.
And everyone just got maggot. And the amount of time she'd get home at like 4 a.m, and just maggot, and just be like, "Now don't talk to me till fucking lunchtime. Rock up, eat Christmas lunch, and then just go back to bed."
So being a DJ runs in the family, or?
Oh yeah, yeah. And like I'm the youngest as well, so like older brother like had to be a slide degenerate. Sister turned it up a notch, and then I went.
She's the middle, is she?
Yeah, I went more of the slide route of just being like, I'll be a degenerate, but I don't need everyone to know how much of a degenerate I am.
I'll be a sweet good boy, but when I'm up to no good, I'm up to no good.
When I'm up to no good,
I feel like I'm in the same boat.
There's nothing sly about my degeneracy once it comes out.
But it's just getting there.
Because I've got this thing that I like affectionately call I call it the fucked express.
You've mentioned this.
And I think you boys were talking about like a number of beers that you have. Like, what's the perfect number of beers or whatever? After 3, I'm gone, dude. I'm going to Fuckville. I'm getting drunk.
Well, we've got 3 beers each.
We've just cracked this one.
Courtesy of your shout, what do you think of this? We've got the 4X Tropical Edition. They're a new edition from 4X.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Dude, and I tell you what, like
this is fine.
The blessing and the curse of like doing a beer breakdown on my pod, which will be returning this week.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy to hear that, bro. I love listening to your pod. Sunday service. I've tried so many craft beers, dude,
that they're all just starting to taste the same.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a degenerate who watches too much porn. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm going 30 pages deep to find something that I haven't tried before. So I don't know. I get a hazy or an IPA, and I'm like,
this is what I tasted last time.
Fucking run of the mill. Yeah. Couldn't tell you.
Speaking of porn, I've hung it up this year.
Oh, you've called it quits?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm succeeding right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it the month at least.
Hey, dude, fucking baby steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No porn, no wanking. That's my goal for the year.
Well, no wanking.
Yeah.
Considering I just saw your missus crippled on a couch.
Not Curtis. Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna have a rough one. Yeah, dude. Well, like I can get around giving up porn. Because like I think it
is bad, right?
And I think imagination wanks are just good for creativity.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. Like if I cave, I really think I won't. But if I do, like it'll be like, all right, but no porn. Porn's the harder one to give up, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I was raised on. I mean, you're not that much older than me, right?
No,
how old are you?
Like I'm 33.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I'm 26. So you've got that like I'm kind of in the bracket below you in terms of just like errors through school and stuff. I think
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
coming through like by the time I was maybe in year 8, like the iPhone was out. How old were you when the iPhone came
Oh,
out?
I think that would have been like '08. So I think I would have been like maybe end of year 10.
So you're in that
2000,
mid,
yeah,
you're in
11.
mid high school. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Dude, like Motorola Razrs were a game changer
Mm-hmm.
when they came out. They were fucking hectic. But yeah, like I don't know, like I've never had like a crippling porn addiction. Like
I wouldn't call it crippling.
but not just saying you, but I know so many friends that struggle massively with it. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I was
Yeah.
I don't know, just
I think the issue is like, and my mate pointed this out because I was like, I've been telling my mate, I'm like, I'm not fucking wanking this year. I actually said it like 2 years ago and just didn't do it. Like I've actually tried this one a couple of times. He's like, the issue is like if you're going to porn before you're horny. So it's like, you know, like just something to do. You're like, right, you just open a Pornhub, you don't even feel horny yet.
Yeah,
Where it's like, if you feel horny, go for it. And I'm like, I guess that's the difference between a porn addict and someone who's not a porn addict. You know what I mean? They're jumping straight to the yab. They got a soft dick. It's the first thing they thought about when they knocked off work.
They're up and about, ready to go. Like as soon as day breaks, they're like, dude, I've got morning glory. I'm getting into it.
Yeah, and
getting into my work.
And half the time when you have morning glory, like, yes, it's not the same as being horny. I don't think you just have a hard dick.
Yeah. It's very funny because like the older you get, like it'll be like I remember that like when I was younger, dude, you can go anywhere for 10 minutes. Like you just got to wait for it to settle down. Traveling with mates was a nightmare.
Yep.
But now it's just like fucking up, then like it goes straight back down. And you're like, all right, I can get up and take a piss and not have to like kneel down or fucking do some awkward technique just to get me first slash of the day out.
I'd like the idea of, like it's so funny. We're all going, oh man, it was so embarrassing getting boners on the bus or traveling with mates. And at the time, it's like the worst feeling. You don't want to admit it. And now it's like, bro, it's happening to all of us. Like, like at the time, it's the biggest deal ever. And in reality, it's like, yeah, we all experience the exact same thing.
Just copping no reason boners. Just
the girls will never understand, man.
Especially at an all boys school as well, where
Same.
like, bro, like the biggest fear is just like someone thinking you're legitimately gay.
Yeah.
And then you're just sitting there, a room full of dudes, just stiff as a board. And you're like, fucking, here we go. Mate.
Just wrapped up a game of soggy sayo, man. They're all gonna think, they're all gonna think I'm gay as shit if I don't come on this biscuit.
It's just like, what, you're not going to eat all of that sayo?
What are you?
What are you?
Couple bleeps,
Dude, have you seen any of this? Have you seen any of the Donald Trump like inauguration stuff that's like starting to circulate around?
The two things I've seen is it was Batuta made a good joke. It was like Donald Trump really doubles down on his masculinity stance by doing his double hand job dance to YMCA. So, you know, his dance while that's playing.
Yeah.
And then I saw Elon's borderline Hitler salute, which is wild.
What the fuck was Elon doing, dude? It was, I tell you what it reminds me of. Like, did your mum ever have a friend and the son was a weird cunt? And she's like, Gabe, I just really would appreciate it if you just invited Nathaniel to your birthday party. He's like, but Nathaniel's a fucking weird cunt.
It's like the whole neighbours kids joke, right? It's like I play with the neighbours kid, and it's just that Elon Musk doing
Dude, weird shit. It's just like, it's like a white guy just like saying the N-word in front of a bunch of black people. And he's like, no, it's respect for you guys because I know every word to this Lil Wayne song. It's like, come on, man. Dude, the whole thing just made me laugh because it's almost as if Trump was like, how much attention and like how riled up can I get people? Mm-hmm. And within like one of the first things he says is just like, there's only two genders.
Yep. Straight into the two genders.
Bang.
Crowd went wild, to be fair.
Yeah.
They loved that.
Crowd went wild for that. So he got him with that. His final like dancing to like the Village People YMCA. He's just like, what's a gay national anthem? What's their favorite song? So I'm gonna dance to it.
It's a beautiful song.
One of the great songs. Yeah. Doing the little
his dance is good. Like my missus fucking, and most women just like hate Donald Trump. I kind of get it. If you're a chick and you hate him, but like I think we all just think he's funny.
Yeah.
Like I don't necessarily stand with him or not with him. I just think like I was laughing at him doing that dance to YMCA, and she's like, "What?" I'm like, "That's funny." Like that is funny. She's like, I guess so, but I don't like him. Like, I didn't say I liked him. I said that was fucking funny.
Yeah. I think he's like the funniest, like accidental comedian
Yeah.
of all time. Like he'll just say the roguish shit. He just fucking swings all the time. Like
He's just blessed with it, kind of that comedic timing and stuff.
And
Yeah.
I don't care about like politics at all, to be honest. Like it's never interested me. And it's funny, like I've met people since traveling to the States, like great people, just having meltdowns on Twitter and Facebook, just typing and screaming into the void of just nothingness on the internet.
Well, it's always great when they're like voicing their opinions under a video, like under a video of Trump, and they're like, "Fuck this guy, he's a fucking loser," and you're just like, you're yelling to no one. Like no one gives a fuck that you commented that. Be angry, but nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. And like I don't think anyone in like the US government's gonna be like, "Oh, guys, we upset Stephen from California, who's a gay man who's like pro Kamala Harris. Like, let's overturn everything."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
It
wild.
does suck. I did want to speak to you about that because I do find that funny. I also heard that Joe Biden, like on his last second as president, like just pardoned a bunch of his family members from shit they did. I didn't read too much into it, but I guess if you're on the other side, like, yeah, that's a fucked up thing to do. But then also you go, like, I'd do that shit.
100%.
Like all these people that are mad at people in power, I go, I would do that.
Yeah.
You would do that if you were them.
Dude.
It is wrong, but you would do it.
Yeah, it's like that whole nepotism thing. Like, how many people have successful businesses and they've just got their kid a job there, or like, dude, even
Bronny James.
Yeah, prime example, Bronny James, dude. Even like these local tugboats, like those guys make like $300K a year.
True.
And I know people like if you're working there, you can only get one of your family members a job there to like stop the nepotism. But I know plenty of people that work at those tugboats that like, brother, you wouldn't trust him to mow your lawn. It's like, dude,
tug a fucking
tugging a fucking giant coal boat. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's
insane.
That is wild. Like nepotism does suck, but like it's just one of those things that make perfect sense to me. Like I would, if my dad was like awesome and rich and had a sick business, like I would expect him to put me to the top of the list. Yeah. You know what I mean?
At least give me a 51% share. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'd pardon everyone, dude.
Well, he got Kodak. He got a bunch of rappers, which was a hilarious move. That was ages ago.
I think every white president has made a point to do that.
It's like one black rapper.
Yeah,
I'm letting him out.
Yeah.
The streets gonna love this.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure Trump did that with Lil Wayne. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Lil Wayne. It was someone, but yeah, he was like he's pardoned, like he's back.
Yep.
Just in a way to try boost like the black votes coming in for them.
Yeah, it's a genius fucking move. How out your way because you're in Stockton? How'd you go during the storm? Did that punish you?
That was hectic.
Yeah, there was a big storm here in Newcastle. For those outside of it,
I've had some because being right on the coast there, you do cop plenty of wild storms. It was like being in nature's nightclub.
Well, actually, we've recorded at your house, and that fucking wind just was pumping that back door. So an actual storm,
dude. This thing was like I was doing stand up that night, and it was raining, and I saw a little break, so I drove home, and the entire drive home it was just illuminating the sky like lightning every 3 seconds. I was like, this is pretty fucking sick.
Yeah.
As soon as I got home, it just started pissing down rain. Bro, the foundation of the house was shaking. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a storm so bad where you're like, I don't know if the structural integrity of the house is going to hold up.
Yeah. Really start questioning the people that put it together.
It sounded like bass, like just the house rattling and then like a strobe light. I was like fucking having PTSD flashbacks from nightclubs. I was like, brother, where are the pingers? You know what I mean?
I need some MDMA if I'm going to go to this all night.
You're going to keep me up all night and cut off the power. At least give me... The worst fucking thing, though, like, because I've tried to ignite hot boy season this year. And
trying to get jacked.
Just trying to be less of a fat guy.
Same.
Yeah, it's just like, look, I can have like, I don't care to have abs and stuff like that. Fucking.
But I'd like to see my cock.
It'd be nice. Yeah. I want to see more than just the mushroom tip sticking out. And so I went that day, dude. I went and bought like a heap of meat from the butcher, like $400 worth of meat.
And you're a bit of a chef, eh?
Yes.
You don't mind cooking.
I love cooking.
I wanted to talk to you about that.
Yeah. and heaps of veggies. I was like, I'll do a massive shop. So I'm not spending dumb money doing all this shit.
And it all went.
Bro, I froze everything except for like I got a slab of porterhouse meat that was probably like 600 mil wide.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just need to cut this up. But that's tomorrow's job. Bro, the power went out. I was like fucking freaking out. I had to drive around and just get some ice and eventually got it all sorted.
You said it didn't go to waste?
No,
Thank God.
It's all good now.
That's sweet.
But it does make you realise just how reliant we are on technology. And just like the minute the power went out, I was like, dude, I'd die in like...
Yeah, we're pussies.
If the grid goes down for fucking 3 days, I'm gone, dude.
Bruh, like, so my missus, like, as Brad alluded to earlier, she's just got out of surgery. And I've had to look after her the past couple of days, which has, like, I feel like given me a kind of insight into what parenthood would look like. Like, just having to walk her to the toilet, or like, she can barely walk and shit, which I'm not looking forward to. I've learned I'm not looking forward to that. This shit sucks. But I'm a good boyfriend. But, like, I've had the luxury of, like, just playing 2K or watching any streaming service I want. Like, there's just entertainment on tap. Like, if we were back in the day and someone was as sick as, like, my missus is right now, like, you just have to sit next to them and, like, and do what?
Yeah.
Read a book? Like, read the news? Like, the instant access to, like, entertainment via technology is huge, I reckon.
And, like, it's funny how easily bored you get.
So
like, I was like desperately trying to scroll. Like, I'd get 10 seconds of an Instagram reel. I was like, fuck, like walking around like back in the day. Like, if I hold it 6 inches higher, then I'll get.
And it wouldn't have been that interesting to you, but because it stopped, you're like, I'm missing out on the most interesting content ever.
Yeah. I think it was a video about Dylan Brown. It's like, Dylan Brown's future at the Eels is up in, and then just like stopped. And I was like,
Where is
what? Is he gone? Did he fuck up?
What? Yeah.
Did he hit someone in a car whilst high on cocaine? What has Dylan Brown done? Shout out Ezra Man. That's my boy.
Yeah, he is your boy. Up the Bronx.
Dude, what a mad cunt.
I do like watching Ezra Man play football.
Oh, I love watching him.
He's one of the more entertaining players. Yeah. What do you know what happened to him? Is he missing a few games?
Dude, I think he's missing 9 games.
Yeah.
9 or 10
That's
games.
probably fair.
Pretty light. It's pretty light. Especially because, like, Spencer Lenu, like, sledged him.
Yeah.
Allegedly with, like, a racial slur.
Oh, that's right. Back in Vegas last year.
He got, like, 8 games.
Just for, like, saying something borderline racist.
Yeah.
And then, like, you can actually injure someone in a car crash while high and you get...
And not having a license.
Oh, true. And he didn't have the license. Yeah.
It's just like, dude... And it's like, I'm not going to tell someone how to live their life, but if you're on a $4 million contract, just pay one of your boys that never made it. Yeah. Just like, dude, you just like, if I was on $4 million, I'd just have a personal driver. I'd call one of my friends that just has a deadbeat job that they hate and be like, just want to drive me around whenever you need it, bro.
Yeah. You're my entourage now. Have you not fucking seen that show, mate? You may as well just be Vinny Chase of the NRL. Get all your deadbeat friends, give them jobs.
Yeah.
One of them is drive you around for fucking...
Drive you around.
While I'm high.
You need to get a turtle, dude. That's it's like...
That's it. It's turtle. Get turtle.
Get turtle.
I do like to and fro, though, with NRL and sportsmen's punishments because, like, he did the wrong thing, obviously. Like, we can't be driving high on cocaine or without a license. But what does that have to do with his job? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like if you did that outside of work, are you getting fired?
Yeah. I saw another thing as well. Like a lot of people have been like, an $850 fine, like he should be in jail or something. It's like, yeah, but this is the Brisbane Broncos legal team.
Yeah.
They're one of the biggest clubs in the entire game.
Only profitable club.
If you don't think that they're stacked to the gills with just some of the sharpest lawyers possible, because NRL players are dumb dogs.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Yeah, what do you expect? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's tough. I think like, yeah, obviously we want to sit there and watch him play, but they'll just do this whole argument of like he's a
role model
for kids, and I don't know, anyone who's hung out with footy boys for long enough would be like, these are people that we shouldn't have as role models.
It is funny that we like all, I guess it's not their fault that kids idolize them, but they are always going to idolize them.
Yeah. Well, dude, like growing up, like we all had favorite football players.
Benji Marshall.
Yeah.
The guy.
Everyone loved Benji.
What about you, Darren Lockyer or something?
Lockyer. I
Yeah.
loved Wendell Saylor when I was like
Did ya?
really young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Big Dell. He was the man. But dude, I don't know about you. Like, how are you going this off season? I miss rugby league.
It's just started to hit me. It's just started to hit me missing. I was like fine, and it's gone half quick for me, but now I'm like, righto, I need it back.
I think the cricket's a great buffer.
Yeah. I'm not a cricket guy, but like even the commentary around cricket and seeing people enjoy the cricket, that kind of gives me the same energy I get from rugby league.
And I think one of the good things about cricket is like you don't need to be a full cricket fan, but it gives you 5 days to really get as much peace as what you want.
Yeah.
My missus like on Boxing Day is like, what are your plans? I was like, dude, watching the cricket. And she's like, how long does this go for? I'm like, 5 days.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck?
No, yeah, literally 5 days.
She's like, well, what am I supposed to do for 5 days? It's like,
Find
whatever
a
the
hobby.
fuck you want.
Whatever girls do.
Whatever you want. Do you want some money to go Boxing Day shopping? Like, I don't care. Do whatever. Like, for the next 5 days, pretend I don't exist.
Yeah.
And you can just tune in and out. But it's got larrikinism about it. Like
That's precisely what I like about it. Yeah.
Like, you don't have to know fucking a thing about cricket.
Yeah.
But if you and 10 of your mates are going to a game, you know that, all right, there's going to be banter, there's going to be heaps of beers, and I know the general concept of when someone gets out. And that's all you need to know. Yeah.
Yeah, my mate went actually to one of the 5-day games, I think, and he's like a bit of a cricket guy, way more than me, but he was like, he loved it. He's like, we have to go as a group. He was saying that as soon as people saw someone walking up with a tray of beers, like everyone was just like down, and then like that he would get one down and they'd all just chant at him like next one. Like everyone just wants you to fucking neck the whole, like you brought them for your mate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
And everyone's making you neck a whole tray. Like
It's so funny. I'll just find that phone and just put it on.
Yeah, that's all right.
So good.
And also what he was saying is. Not what he was saying, sorry, a video I saw. People were just like playing cricket in the stadium, like at the back near the bar and that.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Me and a friend went a few years ago, maybe longer, maybe 10 years ago. We went ages ago. And he's the same as your mate, like cricket obsessed.
Yeah.
He's like, we have to go. So we ended up going for his birthday. We bought like fake baggy greens and shit.
Nice.
And just were pounding the drinks, sitting in the sun, dude, having like, it got to like
it's my dream.
six beers before lunch. And I look at him, I was like, I don't know if like it's the day, what's going on? Is it the heat? I didn't feel a single beer.
Oh, okay.
He went and got the next shout and then came back. He's like, dude, everything's mid-strength there.
Yeah.
Everything they were serving was which is another thing that fucking pisses me off about Australian sports. Like so many places you go, it's just mid-strength. It's like, dude, we're degenerates.
You need to get in the corporate boxes, man.
Yeah.
You need to get in the corporate
boxes. Yeah, for sure.
Where you can do coke and drink fucking full-strength beers in peace.
Like a true Australian.
Yeah, like we all should be doing.
Yeah, so we ended up befriending these guys. We went across the road. I think it's like the Olympic Park Hotel or something. We went to the Sydney test. And like this, we were young whippersnappers, so these dudes were just like, youngins, we'll show you the way, like went over. And he's like, buy yourself 4 beers. This is like at the lunch break. So we went and bought 4 beers and it just gets packed. And he's just like, down those beers. He's like, you can go back over, have a few mid-strengths to stay on the level. Then the next break, you come back and drink that.
Oh, literally the tactics behind staying drunk. But yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah,
that's
dude,
good.
and he's just like,
there's an art to it.
Rinse and repeat for 5 days. Like, dude,
break the bank. To be fair,
you just end up spending so much coin.
The something I wanted to talk to you about because it was just on my mind and it reminded me because you said something about young fellas. When are you no longer a young fella? You know what I mean? You're at the pub and you're talking about, the young fellas, blah, blah, blah. You hear the tradies on site, all the young fellas. I'm starting to fear that I'm not a young fella anymore.
You're not.
I'm not. 26, you're not a young fella.
You're not a young fella.
Is it 23?
I think, I think everyone's different, but I think it's when you look at another bloke drinking and you're like,
young fella.
Is that fucking cunt 18? Like,
yeah.
Has someone checked his ID? It's at that point you know that like,
when you start,
you're not a young fella.
When you start seeing young fellas, you're not a young fella.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
Literally the same thing happened to me at a pub the other day. Like, not me questioning if I'm a young fella or not, But like
hate to break to you.
these kids came into the pub, and honestly, like, mate, pimply faces. they seriously looked like they were 14. Ordering beers, they all had to get their licenses out. And this is where I knew, like, true young fella. One of them couldn't afford a beer, and then was like, "Oh well, fucking 2 weeks ago, I bought you Subway. I bought you that." I
started calling out
so,
his
so,
mate.
Yeah, so you
bartering for a
that
schooner.
was like $6. Like, get me a schooner.
Schooner bartering.
And one of my mates was sitting there. He's just like, "I'll buy these boys some beers. Like, have fun, lads." So they've bought.
That's
like,
grouse.
Yeah,
that's I like that a lot.
like, they were like, "Thanks so much, man. Like, if you want to come out, have some beers with us, like, let us know."
You can't afford them, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, it's just like, I've got better things to do with my time than, like, pop out there. There was a function on, though. So I've gone outside and I've seen them. They've got all this old food from the function.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there like they've got like party pies, Doritos, like calamari, fish and chips and stuff that no one else ate. It's been sitting there for 2 hours, so it's like lukewarm at best. And they're just drinking with all this free food. They're like, "How good's the pub?"
Yeah.
Like,
and they're right. They're right, man. Those were the days sitting around a bunch of cunts food.
Dude.
Some old fella just bought you a fucking schooner.
Well,
Life's good, man.
So, sometimes the universe will just be like, "You know what, dude? I'm just going to give you a little bit of good luck here." Like, one of my friends and I, we were really young. I think we were like maybe like 18 or so, maybe not even 18. And he's like, he wanted to have a smoke. So like we ended up scrounging together like $22, went and bought a 20.
Yeah.
And this was like back in the day where people would just spin their weed. And he's like,
people don't really spin anymore. Anyway,
I don't know. Some people still do. And he's just like, "Fuck, man, we need to get a cigarette. Do you have any more money?" I was like, "No, dude, like that was my last $20. I've invested it very wisely." And he's like fiddling around his pockets. He's like, "I've got $2." And he's like, "Where can we go to find someone who has like a cigarette?" And we're in like the south of Canberra and a place called Tuggeranong. And he's like, "If we go to the McDonald's car park," he's like, "there'll be some degenerate around there smoking."
That's a great call.
Yeah, great call.
Yeah.
So we pull up. There's a McDonald's. There's a KFC. We do a loop, don't see anything. And then as we're about to leave, I see like this puff of smoke go up. And he's just like, "It's my $2." And he's like, "I don't want to talk to him." So he's like, "I'll give you the $2.
You paid for
go
the
talk to him."
weed.
And I was like,
fuck, this guy's finessed you into doing everything.
Dude,
This guy.
He finessed me big time. But I was like, "Fuck it. It's all right. I'll go." So I go up, I find this guy. And I'm like, "Oh, hey, mate, how you going?" He's like, "Yeah, good." He was probably like 25. And I was like, "Oh, do you mind if I buy a cigarette off you for $2? And he's just like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, me and a friend are going to go smoke some weed. And we just need something to spin it with." And he's just like, "You and your friend are going to go smoke some weed?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You fucking mad cunts." And then just like goes in his pocket, pulls out a cigarette. He's like, "There you go." He's like, "Wait here." So I'm just waiting there. He goes into the KFC, comes out with this giant bucket of chicken, and he's just like, "There you go, dude." He's like, "My friend works there. They're about to close. Like, all this chicken's getting thrown out.
Yeah.
Like, have yourself a good time."
Oh,
Dude.
man, that's grouse. That's God smiling on a couple of young rascals.
Yeah.
That's what's happening
he's
there.
He's just like, I made the plant, and he's like, "For those to enjoy." And he's like, "Enjoy it, young fellas."
There's this one time, I shouldn't have been doing it, but I was driving Stone back home. I would have been like 18 maybe. And it was late, it was nighttime, and I turned out of this Macca's, and I think I'm sweet heading on my way home. Cop lights go on. I'm like, fuck. And I would have stunk. Like, we would have been hotboxing my car, bro. All we did was hotbox, which is so fucking stupid. Like, you think you get more out. Well, you are, but you're just getting fucking wok-eyed.
Yeah.
But,
and, there's a throwback.
And, anyway, lights go on. Obviously, you just go, fuck, like your heart just sinks.
Yeah.
I pull over and the cop's like, one element is like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, looks at me, and I reckon looking back now, he fucking had to have known. But he goes, "You crossed double lines back there." Going down this Macca's, I had to go left and around a roundabout. Instead of doing that, I just went straight across and turned. It was, no cunt was there, but like he just went, bang, find me for that. But I'm looking back on it, I think maybe he was a good deed from him. He was like, "This kid's stoned as fuck, but he's not causing any trouble.
Yeah.
I reckon he was following me for ages, like waiting for me to be a shit driver. You're also a better driver when you're stoned.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I've like been stoned in ages, but you're so careful, I reckon.
Yeah, everyone, like, you're paranoid. You're like, I need to slow down. You look, you're going 43 kilometers in an 80 zone, and you're like, oh, shit, dude.
Oh, dude, this one time, I don't fuck knows why we were hanging out with him. He was like a bit of a druggie / stoner. We must have been getting weed off him, but he was driving around and he was like fucking like swerving lanes and overtaking people. Like, would have actually been speeding while we're all high. Me and my good mates in the backseat, we're just like, what the fuck have we got ourselves into? Like, this is, I think we started going, slow down, man. Like,
Yeah, just the most terrifying experience of your young life.
I'm gonna have a heart attack if you don't fucking slow down right now, dude. I don't think you did.
Yeah,
But we all made it out alive.
I remember when like random drug tests first came out. I wasn't with my friends at the time, but they'd had a massive night, and like these guys were just notorious for being just complete degenerates. They'd partied like Saturday afternoon. It was now Sunday morning. They lived about 200 meters from an IGA that opened at like 7 o'clock, IGA plus liquor. So they all load up into my mate's car. One of them's got a glass eye.
Actual glass eye.
Glass eye.
Right.
Yeah. They drive there off their heads, like haven't slept, load all this piss into a car, and then go to drive like 200 meters back. A cop's coming and just sees him. He's like, boys, what are you doing? Pulls out the old tongue scraper.
Oh, no.
Couldn't get a reading on it. So was like, all right, hold on one
The
second.
old Josh had a car.
Went and grabbed another one,
Yeah.
done the tongue scrape again, and he's just like, yeah, it's come back negative. One eye is just glass eye all over the other one's like
He's no longer got control of the glass eye. It's got a mind of its own at this point.
Dude, it's like it's looking for other cops. Dude, it was so funny because like they were just like, fuck, we can't and like they like out breathalyzed him. Nothing because he'd just been out at the club dancing. And they're like, mate, where do you live? He's like literally like 30 meters up there. They're like, go straight home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go home, dude. Just go. Some cops are, because they know, but I guess at that point they can't do anything.
Prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They, I think everyone's has a mate who I will say it again. No one fucking endorses this, but like who has got away with drink driving somehow. Like I've had a mate below who I know have been drunk and they've been like 0. And I was like, how the fuck did you get away with that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would never happen to me.
Oh, dude, like I never even thought about like drink driving or anything, but you live in Stockton and people have like 14 beers and they're like, all right, I'm driving home. You're like,
They act like it's a country town out
you're
there.
a lunatic. It's like, dude, you can walk anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, it'll take 5 minutes.
Get one of the e-bikes, dude.
just
Even though you're
walk.
not supposed to be on them either.
Yeah, they are fun when you've had a few. I'll tell you that.
You have one, do you? Or you
No,
just jumped up? You stole one.
Hey, maybe you could get a sponsorship. Fat Boy Bikes, if you're listening.
They used to sponsor rap battles, I think.
They've got some real sick bikes, and this old bloke was down at the pub one day, and I'd had probably like 5 or 6 beers, and I was like, "What are those bikes like? I want to get one of those Fat Boys." And he's like, "Bro, they're the best." He's like,
Yeah.
"You want to have a little ride?" And I went like 20 meters and then came back.
So much fun.
He's like, "Give it a fucking proper ride." So I was hopped on this thing, and you could just go like 50 kilometers.
Yeah,
on these
man.
things just on the street, and I was like, "I'm sold."
Like, I'm sick of seeing them, but it's also kind of like can't beat them, join them situation. I'm like, maybe at this point I just want one.
Every young person has an e-bike.
Yeah, bro. But
They're like $4,000.
yeah, a couple of G's at least. I mean, well, true, you can get a car for that, but I guess you don't have to bother filling it up with petrol.
Yeah. Just the financial stress of like trying to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, you're talking about not wanting to have kids. Like, dude, I can't afford to get a second dog. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm like, this is too much of a financial burden for me.
Yeah, fuck that, mate. Like, I'm not ready for a pet, I don't think. Me missus is like real keen, but I'm just like...
Get a doggo before you have a kid, for sure.
I think it's more of a practice round than anything.
Yeah, that's it. You get to see how maternal they are with a dog, you know?
Now, Brad, please tell me you don't refer to your dog as your child.
No. He's not a child. He gets treated like one. I'll tell you that for free.
He's not your fur baby.
No.
He's your dog. He's your dog that you love,
he's a doggo. Yeah, he's he's too much of a mutt to be like a fur baby.
Yeah.
For those who don't know my dog, he's dingo, he's kelpie, red heeler, and
cool
American
fun
Staffy.
dog. Oh, and Staffy, true.
Yeah, he's a fucking degenerate.
For those of you that don't know my dog, everyone.
For those of you who don't know my dog, go and follow him, Russ_the_red_dog on Instagram. He's got way more followers than me. My missus started an Instagram page for him and it just blew up.
Does she write the captions like he's writing them?
I can't remember what she did.
I hope she doesn't.
I think it was like, because she was injured for a lot of last year and she needed something to like carry her through. So it was just like making dog
content.
Doggo content for him.
I can respect that. What I can't respect is if you're sitting there typing, "Daddy finally got home," like as if it's from his perspective. Like if he was sitting there writing that, I would not like that. Brad.
I haven't looked in a long time, but to be honest, Gabe, I would not be surprised if there's some replicate there.
As long as you're not writing it. As long as you're not writing it.
Yeah. All the photos of my dog that I take are just like him taking a dump.
No, that I like. That I really like.
And like I'll just have a photo of him taking a dump and just send it to my missus. She'll take all these cute photos and videos and like, here's my dog taking a shit. What do you think?
Actually, that's what, when I was doing my little stand-up stint, that's what I'd say. I'd get up there and like, I laugh every time I see a dog doing a poo. And I just thought that was funny, but it was really like 30% people of the time people laughed at that. And I was like, come on, think about a dog doing a shit, man.
Yeah.
It's funny when you think about it.
It's never not funny.
That's what I think.
Dude.
They look so like they're looking around and shit.
It's never not funny. And then you see some people don't pick it up and you're like, yeah, that's a shit cunt move. But like, that's also funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know, someone steps in dog shit. You're like, it sucks when
stepping in dog shit's also really funny.
It's the worst when you step in dog shit. But if you're walking with your mate and your mate steps in dog shit, there's nothing funnier, dude.
He's a loser idiot. And why did he do that?
And now he stinks. It's like, have some fucking perspective of where you're walking, you idiot.
Yeah, have some fucking decency, you stinky fuck.
No, there's nothing funny. Like farts, I think farts are funny. I think farts are great, like, content.
Yep. I'm blessed with a missus who, like, thinks farts are funny.
Yeah.
Which not everyone is blessed with.
No, not everyone is blessed with that. I tell you what I have. I've got a friend who shall not be named out of his own protection, but I think this is weird, and I'd love your feedback on this.
I'm ready.
He has been dating his partner for 4 years and still hasn't farted in front of her.
Oh, he hasn't farted in front of her.
Yeah. He's like, I don't fart in front of her. And I was like, hey, brother, I got news for you. You're the woman in the relationship.
Yeah. I've heard my missus fart, no word of a lie, less than 8 times.
Yeah.
So like, and we've been dating for like 4 years. But the fact that he hasn't farted in front of her, just let it. You're a man, bro. Let it go.
What are you doing?
If your missus gets the ick from you farting, move on, man. Move on.
Like, I don't know why it's a bit like, I'm like, what kind of heat are you cranking out? You know what I mean? Like, if you're like that self-aware that it's like, if I fart in front of her, that might ruin the love of my life's relationship with me.
Yeah. I wonder if like she's conscious of it. Like, is she like, my boyfriend doesn't
never
fart
in front of me.
Like, girls know that boys fart.
Yeah.
And this guy's, I don't.
Because it's funny because like when
it's a good thing you didn't name him because he would, I would track him down.
He'd cop it. It's funny because like when dudes fart, we think it's funny. Chicks think it's disgusting. When chicks fart, dudes are like, bruh, hilarious. Especially when they're like silent but deadly. Like my missus dropped a silent one the other day. I'm similar boat. She doesn't fart in front of me very often.
Yeah. But I do find it funny when she does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like, if she'll fart, she gets like real embarrassed. She's like, oh, sorry, I've got an upset belly. And like, I'm like, dude, just let it rip. That's hilarious. I walked straight into the path of this silent but deadly.
Oh.
Made the mistake of doing some mouth breathing on my way in there. Brother, I tasted it before I smelt it. I was like, holy fuck. I thought it was the dog. That's how bad it was. I was like, brutal. The dog farted, the stinky cunt.
Russ.
James was like, yeah, that wasn't Russ. I was like, that was you, dude. I was like, I'd be ashamed. I'd never own up to it if that's what I did.
But you know what? You gave her an out. You actually gave her an out assuming it was the dog. But it says a lot about her character admitting that it was her.
Oh, yeah. Too honest for her own good.
And you know what? It's a testimonial to your relationship that you tasted your girl's fart. and from all reports, you're still going good.
Yeah, it wasn't even eating ass, you know what I mean? Just cop that fucking straight to the old brow.
I reckon it's news time, bro. Unless you got anything else interesting.
No, get into some news. There is one thing that I would like to bring up.
Bring it up.
Dude, just the word mutt.
It's great. Yeah, mutt's great.
I think it's such a funny word.
My version of mutt that I use more often is money.
Money.
Yeah, I just call vaginas monies when I'm having a bit of fun with the word.
That sounds like divine.
Yeah, mutt disgusting. Money. Now you got some class.
'Cause, like, dude,
now you're drinking some champagne and you're on a luxury yacht or something.
The word mutt to chicks is like their N word. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
they don't like mutt.
dude, if you're like,
That's a good
That's
take.
a nice mutt you've got. They'd be like, what the fuck, dude? What a great mutt. I've always said it. But dude, like, I just made a silly joke on stage the other week and like just was like talking about that ladies' league bar that shut down.
Yes.
And was essentially just like, I think
This is a great joke, actually. I saw your clip.
All comes down to branding. Like they should have just called it athlete's mutt.
I thought that's great. That's really funny.
Brother, well, let me tell you, a few women got very upset. I was like, dude.
Athlete's mutt sounds like a fucking disgusting disease, by the way.
It does sound disgusting. But I would tell you this, if I was walking past a bar and it said athlete's mutt, I'm like, you've got my attention so much.
I'm having a squeeze.
Yeah, it's just like, there's pussy, there's beer, and there's sports. It's like, that's most dudes.
That's a big three.
Three favorite things.
That's a fucking big three, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really dumb, right? That whole concept of just women's sports on the TVs.
Yeah.
It wasn't wise.
What did they make? Like I think it was open for like 4 months.
A couple of months.
Or 3 or 4 months. Around enough time for you to do like a quarterly review of your sums. And then you're like, brother, we need to shut the doors.
Yeah. That's enough.
Yeah, dude, fucking poor cunts.
It's again, like I genuinely like do feel bad for them. Like it was sweet. I love when people have a crack. That was a bad idea. It just was.
Yeah.
It just was.
just-
Someone
look,
should have told you that. I'm
some-
sorry it didn't work out.
Sometimes you swing and sometimes you miss. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I mean?
right. That's right.
But yeah, you got to have a swing sometimes.
Well, you do. Yeah, 100%. Let's do some news, Brad.
Get into some news, mate. Gabo, I actually want to jump in before we get into your news because something came across my desk recently.
I really like this.
And so there's an Asian gentleman. He has an Asian gentleman has set a masturbation world record with an unbelievable time of 9 hours and 58 minutes.
Wow. Do we? We'll dive deeper into it, but do we think that's non-stop, like in 9 hours till he got a shot?
I think like to completion. Like surely part of him would be devastated that he didn't get the extra 2 minutes out to get to the 10.
Yeah, well, that very
10
much
hour
so,
mark.
very much so, yeah.
But yeah, the world record holder for the longest time spent masturbating claimed his secret to success was abundant imagination, which gets back to what we were talking about, imagination wanks.
But then is he imagining terrible, disgusting things to keep him going longer?
Look, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Because if he's imagining awesome shit, fucking good luck
Well,
getting to
it's
5 minutes, let alone
It's like that.
10
old,
hours.
It's like that old like thing that you'd hear when you're like when your mates first started losing their virginity to last longer. They'd be like, "Just think of like an old dirty granny."
Yeah, think of your granny. It's like,
Yeah.
like I don't want to have sex anymore. Like, this experience is
I'm gonna
terrible,
go
actually.
Soft in front of him. Yeah. So he's wait. Is he American? This guy?
Asian American, is he? So
Manshubu Sadhu holds the world record for the longest masturbation session in San Francisco weekly. This mean feat was recorded and acknowledged by the Center of Sex and Culture in San Francisco as part of its Masturbate-a-thon fundraiser.
the Masturbate-a-thon.
Dude, can you imagine trying to claim that on your taxes? It's like, what did you spend? You've donated $2,000 to what? It's like, boys, if you haven't been to the Masturbation-a-thon in San Francisco, let me tell you, you're missing out.
Yeah. A bunch of guys wanking in a room. This is just like high school.
Yeah, dude. It's like, but like, what it like, dude, I would not want my name or face being plastered anywhere
No.
for that Guinness World Record.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would like to see if Guinness does stamp this because someone has, but not Guinness. But yeah, bro, that's your dick must be so fucking red after that.
Dude, it would.
You're literally fucking pulling skin off your cock at that point.
It'd look like one of those little red skin lollies by the time you're done with it, dude.
Red
The
rippers,
mini
man.
ones as
Red
well.
rippers. You can't call them redskins anymore.
Are they red rippers now?
I think that's what they're called now, yeah.
Gee whiz.
Which I do love redskins. Redskins were fucking my all-time lolly, but they fucked my braces up, so I stopped eating them.
Yeah, how many times do they rip kids' teeth teeth out.
Yeah, one of the great devices when you had a loose tooth. Bang, a couple of Redskins.
Cobbers, do you remember Cobbers?
I don't.
There was like chocolate with caramel in it.
Oh yeah.
Reefed teeth
Yeah,
out.
stickiest caramel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always.
That's good. I like that. I mean, this isn't as big a story what you're talking about, but someone's going off for the longest jack off versus there's like 2 chicks now who have just been like going for rootin' records. Yeah. Bonnie.
Bonnie Blue.
And then I think maybe there was another one, but I think one of them got up to like 1,000 in a day. Then I need to see the criteria for all of these things. Like our Asian friend here, was it continuous? Was it like he had to like do at least like a stroke a second kind of thing? Like, is he allowed to stop because he was about
the rule book that we're playing with here?
You know, is he allowed a 30-second break when he thinks he's about to get a shot off? Does he have to do a certain amount of like strokes per fucking minute or whatever?
If he's taken a shit, does he need to continue to do it?
Yeah, or does he get a pause, or does he? Yeah, because I'm in my head, this is continuous, and I'm running off like it's one load, which by the way would go through a fucking wall if you if you're waiting 9 hours to edging yourself for that long.
It'd be like a New Year's celebration. Just coming out. Back to those chicks quickly. Yeah, there's that Bonnie Blue chick, and there's been another one that tried to fuck a heap of schoolies. Like
that's what I'm trying to think of her name.
Manual or something.
Oh, is this the one that might have been a dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like from like all reports,
that's a bit shady, right?
Yeah. From all reports, like I think at schoolies, yeah, she was trying to cop some loads as well. It was just like, I'm a backdoor specialist.
Yeah.
Just so she didn't get the bottom surgery ruined. And then like you've got these young 18-year-olds like, fucking why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. These chicks, none of them should be fucking schoolies. Of course, if you were a schoolie then, you would do it. Like some of them, you're drunk and you're like, oh, there's a hot girl, I can go rude. Like it's half the reason everyone's there. But
they just picked the wrong generation to do it.
Yes. And if you have a cock and you're pretending to be a woman, like now you're misleading people. And that's what I really don't like.
Yeah.
Like you're misleading children. Like they're going to be traumatized coming back from school. I was like, I just fucked a dude. Like,
yeah. Well, and like how many 17-year-olds are sneaking up to schoolies? Like when I was that age, dude, that was running rife. Like heaps of people would do it. Like our parents were like, no, I'd rather you just go get drunk on the South Coast and stay at one of the boys' houses down there or something.
Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Didn't go Goldie?
Nah. And like, I don't know, like it never really like appealed to me anyway. Like certainly at that age, like growing up and then going to festivals, I was like, this is sick. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. They've just picked the wrong generation because like this generation wants to do TikTok dances, not like run through some women. You know what I mean? Like, did you see the TikTok dance at like, I think it was like Broad Beach or Surf Beach under like the sign? No. And it's like 5 dudes and like they're just walking and then stop and just like break into a synchronized dance like they're in NSYNC.
Oh, you're not talking about the Aussie Bro Squad, are you?
I've got no idea.
There's a bunch of kids who I'm not even sure they are 18, but I reckon they probably went to schoolies to make some content. Their mum just films them and like kind of acts like they're a boy band, but all they do is little gay TikTok dances and they go live and stuff and like they flick their fucking hair and do these dances and the mum's like, they'll go live every now and then. My missus will have them on a TikTok and I'm like, I'm going to check this out because these kids suck.
Yeah.
But the mum's just like, oh my God, thanks for the gifted, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, Dylan, what do you want to say to Jessica? And he's like, I love you, Jessica. Like, it's crazy, bro.
I hope TikTok gets banned here. I hope they follow the lead of the big Don.
Well, on that note, let's jump in the next story.
Yeah, let's go.
As you just said, Brad, I don't know if you know, but TikTok is no longer banned in the US.
Oh.
Yeah, it was banned for pretty much a night. And Donald Trump jumped back in and said, hey, we're not going to ban it anymore. But before that happened, a teen enraged by TikTok ban set fire to a Wisconsin congressman's office. 19-year-old has admitted to the crime. Although it appears that TikTok will continue to be accessible in the US, many people are upset when they temporarily lost access to the app. One 19-year-old Wisconsin teen was so angry at the prospect of his beloved TikTok being banned that they set fire to a congressman's office.
Jesus Christ. Dude. Like,
over an app, man. That's a powerful app.
Over an app. And like at 19, you're no longer a kid, dude. Like,
great point.
Like you're going to you could face some serious charges here.
Yep.
Dude, imagine if that was your son. You know what I mean? You'd fucking hate the cunt so much. You'd be like, God damn it, dude. I put you through school and all you want to do is make gay little dances online, get some gifts.
So is it accurate that you don't watch TikTok?
No, like
You tried to dabble in a day for your comedy stuff.
Yeah, I have it on like a different phone, and then I would upload videos every now and then. But I tell you what's my favorite thing to do? Just going on TikTok live and just watching
TikTok lives are fucking really funny.
the craziest people.
Yeah, man.
Like sometimes when I go away and I'm like in a hotel room by myself, I'll just like have a few beers and then I'm like, what debaucheries on TikTok live?
Yep.
And I'll just laugh to myself. I found like an Asian lady selling like counterfeit bags, and this is when Reese Walsh got done with bags, and I was like, can you get me one of those Reese Walsh bags?
So you commented? Yeah, bro. Commenting on them is fun. It's fucked up, but it's so fun.
Just getting them just trying to get a little bite or anything out of it, like. Mate, there's some shockers. I've like recorded it on my phone. I'll show you some afterwards. I tried to talk to Blake Ferguson, like how
he's always on there now, and he's got the diagonal nose of doom. Yeah,
and I'm like, how are you doing your bags nowadays, brother? With a bendy straw, just nothing.
No, and you know we saw it though, which is like awesome.
It's like, come on, Blake, throw me a bone, son.
Once I was on there. And I did it on the Daily Blue account. I need to make a fucking burner. I was drunk as, and I was like, I got stuck in like you did at your hotel room. And I'm like, look at all these fucking idiots. And there was just some junkie chick there, and she had a rabbit in a cage. And like someone else commented, it's like, let that dog out. And I was like, yeah, let the dog out. And she was like, it's a fucking rabbit. We're like, me and this other guy just decided to team up. Strangers just being like, are you fucking stupid? That's literally a dog. Let it out. And then she went and got like a fucking junkie partner. And they like, look at these. They think it's a dog. He's like, it's not a fucking, like, we're just burning up junkies, convincing them their rabbit's a dog.
They've so done so much meth. They're like, fuck. Is our rabbit a dog?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, am I going to con these people into fully believing it?
Yeah. Oh, man. I love that shit.
But yeah, TikTok is back in the US anyway. The burning building is leased by US Representative Glenn Grothman. Okay.
How's that for a name?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Groth.
I like that. Double G. One of the Republicans who voted in favor of the law forcing TikTok to sell its US, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty much it, really, for TikTok.
Yeah. Well, I wish the ban lasted a little bit longer.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen. Well, like, imagine. Did you ever have Flappy Bird on your phone?
No.
Damn, it was like a popular app.
I remember the app. Yeah.
It was like a super viral app, and then like apparently the bloke who invented it people were getting so mad at this app that they killed themselves and shit. And he's like, I can't take this anymore, and took the app down, and people had uproar on that, but no one really ended up banning
like
anything.
Mid-2000s, hey?
Yeah.
Sorry, like 2012, like around then.
It was like a flex at school for me, like whoever had the highest Flappy Bird score.
Yeah.
It was one where it was like there was just kind of like almost Mario pops like at the top and the bottom, and you just had to like get through them.
Yeah.
You remember the app?
Yeah. I remember the app fully. Yeah, like around the same time Train Rider and shit was...
Subway Surfer.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
Subway
talking about?
Surfer,
Yeah, goated, another goated app, yeah. And that app still has its place today next to podcast clips. Yeah, you ever see them?
Yeah.
It's just like Theo Von talking to Dana White, and then Subway Surfer's just underneath it, just to keep me entertained.
Yeah, just to be like, we'll watch to see the Subway Surfer and listen to these guys.
Yeah. Bluey said he's gone on a really good social media kick. He's got like a timer and like a ban, so it's like really difficult for him to open his apps.
Right.
And then I didn't have reception when I was waiting for my missus to get out of hospital. And I was like just sitting there thinking, and I was like, man, I should like stop consuming so much content.
Oh.
Like I feel like, but then I just do it. Like then I'm just bored. But I'm like, man, would I be smarter? Would I be happier? Would I be more creative? Probably.
Yeah.
But instead, I want to watch a guy jump on trains while Theo Von makes me laugh.
You do something, just to feel that distraction. Because I'm the same, dude. I'll eat food, and then like if I'm just by myself, I'll be watching, like I'll be scrolling while eating food. I'm like, dude, you can't even sit here and eat a steak like just a normal
and
person.
Think.
Yeah. I'll do anything to be away from my own thoughts.
Yeah. And that's all of us, bro. Like it's the same with like, I mean, it's to the detriment of bringing this up now, but like, mate, I walk out of the house to go for a walk. podcast straight in.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, let me be entertained. Like, I don't want to fucking think about shit.
Yeah.
And then I feel like a piece of shit. I'm like, I need to come up with ideas, something new. And I do it for like 2 minutes and I'm like, scroll.
Yeah, a comedian that I've had on my podcast said that anyone who's trying to do anything like content-wise or like creation or anything in a creative space, his tip is to create more than you consume.
Great.
And I was
Great.
like,
I like that a lot.
I was like, it's good in theory, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's hard, man.
it's hard to create things when I'm taking a dump, you know what I mean?
And I'm scared all my ideas are gay.
Oh, brother, who are you telling? So I've got like 3 things. And then this year I was like, I'm going to just put more clips online. Even if the joke's not fully formed, I'll just chuck it up and see what happens.
In my opinion, that's a good idea.
Then you get outraged.
Yeah. That's not true. But outrage, I don't know. It certainly helps comedians, in my opinion, which I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, everyone's outraged at what I said. And then it's like, well,
one of our buds, I won't out him out here, but his work had found like his comedy social media, and like gave him a massive rap over the knuckles, and was like, you can't post this kind of shit anymore because
were they on this show?
Yeah.
I suspected that might have. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it shouldn't have anything to do with it, really.
No,
That's what I was saying about the rugby league stuff, right? Like that stuff is outside of work, so it's not fair to punish for inside of work kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crashing a car high on cocaine's a lot worse than
Well,
a dick joke.
True. You can go to jail for one of them. Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck, in the UK now, you can say, like, I saw some guy get arrested for sharing a Facebook post.
I don't think that's true, bro. My mate tried telling me something similar, and I reckon you've got clickbaited. Did you read everything?
No, I just saw the video. It's just like, just a couple of geezers with some funny accents. It's like, yeah, but the post gave someone anxiety that follows you. And he's just like, what the fuck?
If that's true, I entirely believe that's fucked up and disgusting and wild. But I don't believe that's happening. For sharing a post, surely not, bro. What law are you breaking? Yeah. Anyway, let's do the next story. White people shouldn't mess with it. Native American church laments psychedelic cactus shortage. So a bunch of white people are making this psychedelic cactus, no longer, I suppose. Have you ever dabbled in the psychedelics?
So, yeah. So, like, wait, so the Native Americans are like, hey, dude, this is our cactus.
Yeah, well,
and now, like, some white chick who went to Burning Man's found, like, what kind of cactus it is, and now there's a shortage, so the Native Americans can't get it.
Too many white people are taking the psychedelic cactus.
I'm kind of on their side, like
the whiteys or the.
No, I'm the Native Americans.
Yeah, no, I am.
Shit,
I for sure am.
Yeah.
Especially for them, it's probably a bit more like cultural.
Yeah.
And whereas some white chicks, like you said, just having a bit of fun at Burning Man, trying to find himself, it's like. Yeah,
they want to start a yoga retreat. Yeah, I don't know. Like psychedelics, like if you can do them, like that's all power to you. But they're just it's too long for me, dude.
I'm the same, bro.
And then like I think the last time I was really young and I was trying to I was hooking up with this chick, but I loved her way more than what she was into me. Like I was just a toy boy, and we went on a cruise. There was.
Peyote's the name of this fucking thing, by the way, if you ever heard of that.
Yeah, no, I've heard of peyote before.
Yeah.
I think it was on The Simpsons, actually, at one point. Homer has some peyote, doesn't he?
Is that where he sees the coyote and shit? Yeah.
Wigs out properly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, I've dabbled in psychedelics and it just goes for too long for me.
Yeah, too long for me. I know Bluey doesn't mind the marshy caps, but, like, and maybe I'd consider doing them. But, like, for me... going crazy on them, no thanks.
I'd consider a mushroom cap potentially, but yeah, like I've got friends, like I know people that will just take acid at a pub.
Yeah, that's like I don't fucking.
No, dude.
I'll never get it. You can sit here and explain it to me. I'll still think it's fucking crazy.
Trapped for 12 hours.
Yeah,
and when you think it's over, it comes all back. It's like good bang for your buck, but yeah, not for me.
So I had a couple of. They weren't even trips. I experienced it when I was much younger, and I was just very happy and laughy. But then I had one mad bad trip, and I was like, nope, that's enough. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
I'm now depressed.
I'll tell you another story for another time, like later on.
Okay,
but
yeah. You brought up The Simpsons. Actually, it's funny you did. I have a take that you may give a shit or not give a shit about. I think Futurama is better than The Simpsons.
I never watched enough of Futurama.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yeah.
You may gave a shit and you didn't, and that's all right.
Yeah, we kind of like growing up on The Simpsons. Like it was like I don't know, but I was pre-social media, so like if you were funny, you could quote Anchorman or like The Simpsons.
Yeah, you and Bluey in the same
Yeah.
demo as that, and I'm jealous of that. Like it's
Yeah.
like just making people laugh by like remembering quotes is fun.
Yeah.
Whereas like now, the boys might say some brain rot terminology, and we're like, that's kind of funny, but it's way less clever.
And yeah, dude, like even just like something simple, like I'm assuming you've watched Superbad.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and just like
But I couldn't quote it for the life of me.
yeah, so like, do you remember the scene where he's like, "So what, Evan? I'm just supposed to sit here and eat fucking dessert all by myself, like I'm fucking Stephen Glansberg?" And you just got that weird cunt eating dessert.
Yeah,
Do you remember that? Like just like we like friends and I would just refer to weird cunts as Stephen Glansberg.
See, I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the beauty of everyone knowing the exact same thing, and like of that, like you know, everyone watched Superbad. Now with TikTok, everyone's getting such different curated content to their interests. Whereas like the beauty of that demo is everyone watched Anchorman, so everyone got the reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super jealous of that time. I'm trying to fuck. What's this Superbad? Oh, she wants to fuck me. She wants to fuck.
She's DTF.
Yeah.
She's down to fuck, man. She wants my dick
In and around her mouth. Yeah, in and
I've seen
around
that
her mouth.
movie
That's
in
what I was trying to
fucking
get
ages,
to.
And I'm like, it's just embedded in my brain.
That's the bit I was trying to get
Ask
to.
me anything about calculus that I tried to learn, and I can't tell you anything, but I can tell you dumb, super bad quotes.
Do you have a Anchorman quote off the top of your head? I feel like you would.
Oh,
I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I just genuinely feel like you're the type of guy that would just know
yeah.
something from
Hey,
Anchorman.
first thing that comes to my mind is just like, I'm in a glass box of emotion. Yeah.
Or like Sex Panther.
Yeah.
98% of the time, every time.
Yeah, it works every time. Have you seen any of the outtakes where he's like, touch my leg? Doesn't that feel like a hard cock? It's just like bloopers, and it's like Will Ferrell just going rogue and just like destroying the cast. And like, mate, what are you doing?
Bro, a fucking underrated actor is Paul Rudd, I think.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd in Anchorman and a bunch of other stuff. Fucking funny.
Yeah.
Great actor.
I just wish like that the world made comedy movies like they used to. Like you just don't get it anymore.
It'll come back. It'll come back very soon, I think.
Yeah, I feel like our Lord and Savior Shane Gillis is just going to have to be the guy that like brings comedy movies back.
And just says fag, and then
That's gay.
and now we can
You're
all say it.
retarded.
Yeah. Have you watched Tires? Do you like it?
I've watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but no, I haven't watched the whole thing.
Didn't hook you?
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's no fucking Anchorman. Like, it's not a classic, but it's a good
Yeah.
watch.
Well, it's just the weird thing about like even stand up as well. Like there's comedians that I've watched like when I've been in the States, and you're like, these guys are the funniest. That was the funniest night of my life. But then when you go back, and you would have experienced the same thing, like where you've done a stand-up set and then you walk off and you're like, that was great, that worked really well. And then you went back and you watched the footage and you're like,
That
is there
wasn't.
something wrong with the footage? Because like people were laughing
Yeah.
really hard.
And it's just your emotion tied to like the laughter. It's like I made them laugh, which made it feel like heaps more, probably. Like, I
and,
don't know.
and this is like the sound didn't like qualify, like doesn't kind of transmit through. Like, I had a bit like I was crowd working some cops the other day. It was just like talking about like sovereign citizens. I'm like, have you copped any of those? And he's like, nah.
What's
like,
a sovereign citizen?
like these people that just think they're exempt from laws and shit. And they're just like, mate, I'm a sovereign citizen. Like, I don't really fully understand it. They're just annoying cunts that pop up on my feed.
Yeah, fair
But
enough.
I get like heaps of those fucking name badge number, mate. Like,
Oh.
name, badge number. I was like, have you copped any of them? And the guy's like, oh, mate,
Yeah.
you wouldn't believe. And I was like, yeah, I feel like Instagram's really promoted that. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, look, you know, sometimes like people say that there's no place for police brutality, but I think, you know, sometimes there is. And I was like, fucking take me for a ride along, dude. The first name and badge number, I'll just fucking tase the cunt. I was talking about like George Floyd and him.
Yeah.
And like people are
Crowd loved it.
Yeah, like I'm like kneeling on the stage pretending to like, George Floyd a dude. And like I hopped off, and there's like a comedian that I've always wanted to work with from Sydney called Cam Knight. And he kind of just looked at me. He's like, holy fuck, dude.
Did you just do that?
What
Yeah.
the fuck was that? And then another Sydney comic was like, Yeah, well, I didn't expect you to be George Floyding someone. I was like, dude, I got so lost in crowd work that I don't even remember saying that.
Yeah.
And he's like, it was really funny. And then another comic, Ethan Bentley's like, yeah, that was hilarious.
Watching it back.
Also, like, played on some white chick with dreadlocks about having a smelly minge, crushed.
Yeah.
And then, dude, watched it back and just none of it.
And you're like,
none
I
of
could have
it hit.
swore this was fucking epic.
Dude, I had to say to Ethan, I was like, what happened?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was, he's like, dude, magic at crowd work. It was just funny there. I was like, damn. Oh, well, dude.
Yeah, that's tough. Who is he's like an old fucking dad looking guy that goes to Newcastle Comedy Club a fair bit. Well, at least he was when I was going.
Scott Fowler, potentially?
Potentially. He wears glasses and he has like grey hair. Like he's the oldest guy I've seen there.
That could be Trev Doyle.
Potentially. I'm not sure his name, but like one night like that I was doing open mics and I would have been up. Or no, I hadn't been up yet, I don't think. And like he just fucking killed it. It was the best performance I've ever seen there. But then you go back the next week and he did the exact same thing and it was just like not even close. Like he like from my experience at an open mic, he blew the fucking roof off.
Yeah.
Like he did this whole thing about like chicks in tights walking down there and you could see their whole ass, but like he was just like saying you could see like he was listing every muscle and every time he said a muscle, like people were just laughing their fucking head off.
I've never seen this.
No? Yeah. But anyway, like and that goes to show what like role the atmosphere in a fucking venue plays for comedy for sure. If people are ready to laugh, if they're tired, if their energy's up and whatnot, you know better than me.
And even like open mics, if you just get someone coming up, they bomb, the next person bombs, someone does it right, but then like the audience is like, I don't want to hear jokes anymore, which is sometimes why I like.
You mix it up, eh?
Yeah, sometimes I'll just analyze and be like, oh, maybe they need some crowd work to get the energy back. Then I'll try my new shit.
Well, I remember one time you did that, and then like the bell went, and you went like, "Oh, what?" like in your head, you were still like just getting them ready for your jokes.
Yeah. I've got a poorly written dick joke that I wrote 45 minutes before the show. Please let me try this.
Come on.
Yeah, I always get lost in the crowd work.
But I don't know how we got there from white bitches doing psychedelics, but I'm glad we did.
Team Indian on this one, and like, trust me, I wouldn't say that often. Especially in the cricket.
As always, we just want to give a quick shout out to PK Mortgages for sponsoring the podcast. I genuinely had such a great experience working with them to get my first home.
Aside from Phil's sweet, soothing voice, Blue, what was it specifically that made working with them such a great experience?
Gabe, I'm so glad you asked that. As you and the listeners know, I'm a complete fucking retard when it comes to... but I mean, on a serious note, I am like genuinely probably handicapped in some degree, particularly when it comes to money. I fucked around my entire 20s and for the early part of my 30s, drinking, drugging, carrying on like a good sort. Yeah. And I was like, I'm never going to own a fucking home. And then I spoke to Phil from PK, and the best part was realizing that owning a home was something that was attainable. It's happening. I'm getting the keys in like a week, which I can't fucking wait. Yeah. And mate, I had this feeling twice in my life. Once was when I went to uni. I started my uni degree and I was like, I'm the dumbest cunt in the world. I'm never going to have a uni degree. I somehow finished uni. I never used it, but I did finish it and I got my degree. And the second time was like, oh, well, I'm definitely not going to own a home because I'm a fucking maniac and I'm spraying my fucking paycheck up the wall every week. Then I knuckled down for a bit and I spoke to someone who knows what's going on, like Phil from PK Mortgages, and I fucking bought a house. So yeah, that was the best part about the whole experience. It was genuinely fucking awesome. And it could be you too.
Oh, bro, the thing is like, it's daunting as, you know what I mean? And like having someone who's in the know who like genuinely wants the best for you on your side, like it must put you at a bit of ease, you know what I mean?
Mate, it did. It was the best. Yeah. I'm going to go off script here.
That's right.
We have a script here. I'm going off script.
Yeah.
It's the best. Phil's the man. He's one of us. He's a fan of the pod. And he can fucking help you. That's as plain and simple. That is a personal testimony. Mm-hmm. That is, I'll give him the...
How many burns?
That's the Bluey stamp of approval.
He's good. He's a great guy. He's generous. He's transparent. And if you want to get in contact with Phil, if you need a loan anywhere in Australia, Phil can help you. You can get in contact with him and the team at pkmortgages.com.au or contact the team at 0420 660 804.
That's the Bluey stamp of approval.
It's New Year, guys. Time to start getting our act together. And there's no better way to do that with some sweet, delicious, chef-prepared meals from our mates at Papa Macros.
I've been waiting for this ad because, well, first of all, Puff Macros did have some time off over the break, as they're well entitled to. They work hard all year, and I didn't get my Puff Macros over the holidays. And this is not directly to do with Puff Macros. This is to do with me being a fat, greedy cunt and being drunk all the time and just watching cricket and eating limp balls. I put 6 kilos on. Bro, I am fucking... I mean, we'll talk about it more in the pod, Gabe, but I ran the city to surf in... When was that? August? I was 89 kilos. I'm 100 kilos at the moment.
Wow.
I'm 11 kilos heavier. They're not to blame Puff Macros for having 2 weeks off. They didn't do that damage in the 2 weeks off. But my God, I can't wait for Puff Macros to fucking be on my doorstep next Monday.
Maybe if they were delivering, you wouldn't be in this bloody mess.
Well, I mean, the only reason I bring up my horrific weight gain is because I'm imagining there's a lot of listeners that are literally in the exact same boat as me that did nothing but lay on their back, be fat cunts, eat limp balls, watch cricket, drink piss for 2.5 weeks. Guilty. Guilty. And if you're putting your hand up and saying guilty, then, I mean, this is like, it's just portion control for me.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking glut. Puff Macros, delicious, nutritious, protein, carbohydrates, all the other good shit, but nice portions. You don't overeat. You're satisfied. You're satiated, and you're not a fat cunt.
It's that simple.
It's like, it's a pretty simple equation. And unfortunately, me and I'm sure many of the listeners need someone to control my portions for me. Otherwise, I overeat. And Puff Macros do that.
I mean, it's the best of both, right? If you're coming into this year, maybe a few people have some goals. Oh, I want to fucking get shredded this year or whatever. It's good for that. If you're a lazy piece of shit, the truth be told is it's good for that as well.
It's the third time I've tangoed with Puff Macros post-Christmas. The first time was 2.5 years or 2 Christmases ago.
Yep.
That other podcast we were on used to get him there. Lost heaps of weight on him then. Second time was like this on this podcast, and I got him for the fight. Best Nick ever. The only thing that brings me undone is the Christmas period.
Yeah.
and
and
my
that happens
own
to the best of them.
And my, I mean, that's I'm only human. I gotta have a couple of weeks for me.
That's right. Guys, head to pappamacros.com.au now and jump on board and get yourself in some decent nick, or just save yourself some time in the new year and use our code
Daily Blue, all one word, capital D, capital B. That'll get you 10% off some delicious, nutritious, home-delivered, chef-prepared food delivered straight to your door. I mean, hey, if you've been a fat cunt like me over the break, give them a go. That's all I'll say. You don't have to commit fully, but I'm not like a clingy missus saying like, hey, what are we? Mm-hmm. It's not that. I'm just being cool. I'm like, hey, let's give it a go.
Give it a go.
Let's
if
give it a
works,
go.
It works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Let's see where it leads. But deep down, I am a clingy girlfriend.
Yeah.
I really want it to work.
And like you're
but
a
I'm
cool
acting
guy,
cool.
and I want to keep hanging out with you.
But I'm just acting cool. I'm like, I'm not saying what are we. I'm just saying let's just give it a go. Code Daily Blue 10% off. Now, disappointingly, Gabe, I did bring you a brand new Soulcat Designs water bottle.
Yep.
I had 2 in my room. I was hoping yours had the butt plug in it.
It did.
It did?
It did.
Well,
I chucked it.
Where
in
is
the
it?
I chucked it in the bedroom. I'm going to go sit on it after this.
I thought you might have put it up your ass before. I thought you might have inserted it before we did the podcast.
It didn't have the vibration control.
Yeah. Guys, we are in the stinking hot Australian summer. 35 yesterday, first day back at work.
Yep.
35 degrees, suck my ass. The only thing saving me was some cold water from my double insulated stainless steel, Australian owned and operated, Australian designed Soulcat Big Dog 1.9 litre.
And let me say this, what a design it is.
Fuck, I mean, this one has seen better days.
But I like that. I like that it shows the grit that you go through at work.
She's sturdy.
She is.
She's sturdy. This thing's taken. Look at the bottom.
Wow.
Look at the bottom. Looks like downtown Beirut.
So, if you want to get on this podcast and say that we don't utilise the products that we promote, well, shove that up ya.
Here's another Bluey stamp of approval coming. Soulcat Designs, you guys know by now, Australian owned and operated company. We love them. They're fans of the show. They've been with us pretty much since day dot.
Yep.
They do great work. They're great people. Stainless steel water bottles, beautiful stainless steel keep cups, which I've been pounding my keep cup over the break, flogging it. Whiskey decanters, whiskey glasses. They're classy operators.
It's
what can I
that
say?
simple,
I mean, it takes one to know one. Obviously, that's why they're associated with this podcast. It takes 2 to tango. Gabe, where can they find Soulcat Designs products? And do you have, by any chance, a discount code that our listeners may be able to utilise if they are buying some Soulcat products?
Now, I'm going to give you guys a discount code first because
Nice,
you know what?
mate.
Let's save the best for last.
Fuck, you're looking after 'em.
You can use the discount code Daily Blue, all one word, capital D, capital B. Use that at the checkout, and you can find them at www.soulcatdesigns, SOLKATT designs.com.
The link's also in our show notes. Support the guys who support us.
Guys, it's time for the Daily Blue Dial-Ins featuring Brad Bish. This is a part of the show where you guys get in contact with us. Yeah, leave us funny stories. You ask us questions. You give us a piece of your mind. Whatever's going on, you hit us up, and you can do that at Daily Blue Weekly on the Instagram. You can press the link in the bio. There's a bit that says Dial into Daily Blue. You follow the prompts there. Brad, let's see what they got for us.
It's my favourite part of the show, dude. I love the dial-ins, so boys, keep them coming.
It's good fun. It's good fun.
Bluey, Gabe, Camo from Needs a New Tagline. Quick fire this week. My virginity story. I was 16 at a wedding, rolls into the night. I wasn't allowed to drink, so I got my mum to drop me off at my friend's place. He was sleeping in a tent in his backyard that night, like it was a big one. Anyway, over the night, I messaged me girl to come over and hang out in the morning. We find ourselves alone in the tent.
Nice.
Almost got off just playing with her. And then fucking 2 pumps in, the little fella was in heaven. Fucking hell. Anyway, that was 100% get with your mate's sister. Knowing that you have a family thing on and your mate is going to be there. Oh, fuck, that'd be sick, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. And then to the Blue universe, a fuck, marry, kill, Bluey, Gabe, and I don't know, Matty Johns. Fucking keep making that money.
Yeah, right.
Remind me not to introduce him to my sister.
yeah. So that was a bit of a debate that was going on, whether it's sweet to root like your mate's sister or not. Bluey and I were both pretty staunch on it not being sweet.
Yeah.
But his point there, it would be sweet for your like boy to be at family events, but like that's not a root. Like that's like dating. Even then, probably not that play on in my books. I mean, my sister's a lesbian, so I'm pretty sweet.
Yeah,
but
you're good there. I've actually done that by pure mistake. So I was dating a girl, and her brother, his name's James, but I only ever knew him as Jimmy. And we were seeing each other for a little while, and she's like, "Why don't you come over to the house?" And like, he's a friend of a friend, but he's still a great guy. And I rocked up to the house, and like, I rang the doorbell, and then he opened the door. He's like, he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, dude. I think I got the wrong house. I was here to see Grace." And he's like, "My sister?" And I was like, "Oh, dude."
How old are you?
I was maybe 20, 21.
That still sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like,
did you go in?
yeah. Well, I was dating her. Like, I dated her for a little while. Like, yeah, it is cool, but there's always that. It's always awkward. And I remember one time he found a franger in the in the shower. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Bro, I'm so sorry, dude."
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you weren't super close, so
yeah, it's like a
you're
friend
kind of acquaintances.
yeah,
You'd see each other at parties, maybe, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it. That was exactly it.
But that's fine. That's fine.
Always got along with him, and yeah, a few years ago I went to a Bucks party with him. Everything was sweet, but
yeah, but you did Rudy's sister a few times.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
and that gives you the leg up for life. That is the beauty of that situation. I mean, like if you have that type of relationship with your friends where you need to have something up on them, rooting their sister will get you there.
Yeah. No, like close friends, definitely.
Oh, how's your little stand-up comedy going, Brad? I fucked your sister heaps, dude. Shut up.
Yeah, so it's I agree with you boys though. Like if it's a close friend, then yeah, definitely off the cards.
Yeah, fuck, yeah.
Acquaintances in a small town, things are gonna happen.
Oh, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's inevitable, 100%. And if you want to hear more virginity stories, people send them into Patreon. So I'm not sure if that was supposed to be for Patreon, but here it is.
Here it is. A little appetizer for what you can see on the Patreon.
Bluey, Gabe, Ty here. I was just listening to this week's episode, and I quickly paused it after Gabe was talking about going to see a therapist.
Yes.
I can tell you first-hand experience. I was in a horrific accident a couple of years back, and I started seeing one. I'm not really one to talk about feelings and shit like that, but I started seeing one. Honestly, best thing ever do. These days, I still see it to this day. Don't even talk about anything to do with the accident. Talk about like how fucked up my golf game was on the weekend, or just general life stuff. And honestly, it helps so much just to talk to someone that's not one of your mates or someone you know, because you can actually open up and they do generally care what you have to say. But I thought I'd give you a little inside knowledge on that, Gaby, and honestly, it's absolutely great for you, and everyone should give it a try. Anyway, love yous. Catch up.
Shout out to Ty. I hope you're doing a lot better, dude.
Yeah. So I've just like because from what I've heard, I mean, you hear psychology or like therapy or whatever, and you're like, oh, they must have something up with them. But I've just heard from so many people, it's like you don't have to wait till something's wrong. Just go have a chat, and you might kind of figure out some shit about yourself that you didn't even really know or like was getting in your way. So I'm gonna go do it this year. Nothing particularly wrong with me. I'm just keen to give it a crack.
Give it a crack, man.
Yeah. So it's good to know for Ty that.
Yeah. And like back to what Ty said, I've got heaps of mates that have been in the same boat. They've given it a crack. You rarely hear someone be like, it was a complete fucking waste of time.
Yeah. And there's a huge stigma around shrinks, and like especially for blokes, it's like I don't want to be talking about what fucking I'm getting up to, what I'm going through. No one's gonna understand. I think that stigma's going away a bit.
Yeah, absolutely, it's going away, and it doesn't even have to be in person now, which is another good thing. Like you can do like through BetterHelp, you can do it through text message if you want to text.
Yeah, you can even text it now, which is wild.
Yeah,
but I'm looking forward to it. I guess I'll let you guys know how it goes once I get up to it. So yeah.
Bluey, Gabe, it's the Red Rocket.
Red Rocket.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, boys. Hope you had an absolute cracker of a time.
Back at you, mate.
Coming into the new year, I've decided to get on the carnivore diet for a little bit. Because I'm a little bit of a fat, sloppy gay cunt at the moment.
My man,
feeling great, but not shitting great.
Oh, dude.
The second I even think about going in for King Henry III, it is liquid pouring out of me like you've just opened the fucking floodgates at Wivenhoe Dam.
Yep.
Now, that's all good and well. I'm at home on days off at the moment, so, I've got another week left to get that out of my system and hope regain a little bit of consistency in that department. But not without its downfalls. So I had somebody the other day come here picking up a fucking spanner set or God knows what the fuck I was peddling off on Marketplace and filtered through 400 dickheads before some cunt actually rocked up. The problem is, when he rocked up, he was actually 15 minutes early. And just next to where the front door is where the shitter is. Now, I had door open, no gear on, doing probably one of the most insane Brad Pitts of my life. Now, he heard it, and I know he heard it because he looked at me like it was as white as a ghost when I'd come out with a towel on. Love you, boys. Have a good one. Rocket out.
Oh, the Red Rocket. What a call, dude. That is something that I can relate to in a lot of depth because I've tried carnivore several times.
Yeah.
And I typically don't enjoy too many vegetables. You can probably have guessed that based off my physique.
If you're watching on YouTube.
But dude, it is hectic, and you seriously yeah, and you seriously go from not needing to shit to being like, I'm gonna shit myself right now.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know, like
can you eat chicken on carnivore?
Yeah.
Like so it's meat. It's just meat,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Like
okay.
like I'll have like ground beef patties, eggs for breakfast, and then like a chicken breast for lunch, steak for dinner, for instance. And fuck, dude, he's exactly right.
Shit,
no one, I have like no one talks about this side of the carnivore diet where you just fucking shit relentlessly, dude. Oh, brother, like you're playing the trumpet in the fucking
paint
bathroom.
In the fucking toilet.
Holy fuck, dude! Like you step away from the toilet, you're like, how did shit splash that high?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How did it get on the fucking flush button?
Yeah.
I've thought about doing it just for like something to do, but the whole shitting the house downside doesn't sound that
and
nice.
you're in good nick, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the carnivores for fat fucks like me, for me and the Red Rock, that we're just like, dude, we just need to lose weight as quickly as possible. What's the way to do it?
But so you're not doing it now. You're getting some good meat, but you're not doing carnivore right now?
No, I'm kind of hybriding at the moment.
Yeah,
so
right.
like fruit, and then like I still have some vegetables. Have like spinach, ginger, and like yogurt and stuff in smoothies.
Yeah.
I have dropped some mud. That's good. Like
That's great.
I was like 108, and then yesterday when I weighed myself, I was 88. So I've lost a fair bit of mud there. But then when I weighed myself today, back to 95. Not sure what's going on.
Yeah, right.
Menopause possibly, but it's just that survival weight holding on.
The trick I'm doing, but I'm just trying not to get meals. So like I'm just not getting like softies and like chips with every meal.
Yeah.
And like throwing away like potato pretty much is like the hardest part of a diet, I reckon. Like I just miss getting chips sometimes.
Yeah, potatoes are like pretty much the goat vegetable.
Yeah, I know. It's so versatile.
Yeah.
And then like It's so bad. Well, I don't know if it's bad for you, but I just feel like it kind of makes you fat. At least if you're getting the hot chips.
Yeah.
Hey, not a dietitian, breaking news.
I've ditched most of the fast foods this year.
Respect, brother.
Woo! G'day, fellas. Just listening to the potty.
Okay.
And Gabe, for $10 million, bro, you can teleport me to the ocean for 3 minutes every day for the next 10 years. Fuck, make it 20. I'll take my snorkel and my mask and float around for 3 minutes. Oh, mate, I'm in.
Where are you?
Where do I sign up? Hope you're having a good new year.
Heaven?
But until next time, stay salty. Yo!
See you, Salty.
Salty, where the are you in a cave? What the fuck was up with that echo? Were you hearing that too?
I was hearing that. Yeah, that was crazy. You boys also didn't mention stingers. That was one thing I was thinking about when I saw.
So you're familiar with the question?
Yeah. And fuck, dude, how you can you can't swim in some parts of northern Queensland because of box jellyfish and what are those other real small fuckers that are like the size of your thumbnail that can kill you?
Oh god, I don't know, but that sounds scary.
Yeah, they're like the size of your thumbnail, and they've got like these antennas that go for like 4 miles.
Yeah, right.
And you just swim in amongst them, and they'll just fucking kill you,
mate. Even what if you just got? So the question is for anyone who just somehow didn't see it last week is it was for $10 million for would you teleport into the middle of the ocean every day for 3 minutes? And Bluey and I both were like, fuck that, no way. Brad?
No, I don't think I could do it.
It's not wise. You're going to die.
Yeah.
Imagine you got teleport into a storm, bro.
Yeah.
You're fucking going to get crushed by a wave, let alone a fucking shark or a stinger or the rest.
Well, and we're now hearing about UAPs that are coming from the ocean, brother. What if one's descending out as I'm coming down? So, yeah. It's look, if your mates want to do it, that's brave for them to do that. But yeah, not.
Well, there's a difference between bravery and stupidity, mate.
Yeah,
so they're fucking idiots.
Bluey, Gabe, long time listener, first time caller.
Let's go.
So don't know what to call myself yet, but on the back of episode 84, teleporting into the ocean. What if you were to get some sort of pocket-size floatable device that you could trigger every time that it happens and just replace it each day? As you'll have that much money, it won't matter how much it costs. Would that change your mind? Anyway, fuck yes.
Great sign off.
Great sign off.
I'm not sure a pocket-size inflatable boat exists. Even then, a wave could crush you. A wave could crush you, bro. I'm happy for you to say, yeah, I'd put a life jacket on. Even then, it's still a no from me.
Yeah, the ocean's just too scary, dude. There's too many variables.
We know more about space than the ocean.
Yeah, and that wigs me out.
Yeah, it's fucking scary.
It's talking about random shit. Did you see there was we're getting off track, but they discovered a new funnel web spider
in Newey. Yeah.
Have you guys covered this already?
No. I don't think so. But the big boy.
The big boy. Yeah. I was like, oh, sick. So now we've got that to fucking worry about as well.
Yeah. Let alone the water. It's scary enough on land.
Yeah. Well, I bought a surfboard when I moved to Stockton, and I was like, yeah, sick. Learning to surf would be mad. And I've never used it.
Not even once.
Because, bro, my friend told me, he's like, yeah, that's a great white shark breeding ground. And I was like, yeah, my fat ass in a wetsuit just looking like a straight up seal.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck it. So I need to get on Marketplace old boy fucking Red Rocket and try
and flip it off.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're not shaking a fucking shit out the front.
Yeah.
Nude.
Bluey, Gabe, Gazza from the Shire here.
Gazza.
Just on your last podcast, you can't go talk shit about fucking religion and then 2 minutes later say thoughts and prayers with you. That's not how it works. You got to pick a side. Pick a side, boys. And I've got a
fair
rort.
take, to be honest. But
Now, it's not my rort. I've never done it. I'd never do anything illegal. I'd like to leave this here. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I pay my taxes. I'm a good man. But
Lithby
if anyone's got the Bunnings Power Pass app, what you do is say you want to go out there and buy the Jumbuck 6-burner barbecue. It's like fucking $2,000 or whatever. You get your Power Pass app and you scan the $600 cheaper one, right? Pay for that. So you've paid for something, so it's not theft. And then you pick up the big $2,000 barbecue. You walk out the door, show fucking 16-year-old Henry out the front. Cunt doesn't give a fuck. He sees barbecue. He sees a barbecue. He says, on your way. And you walk out. and fucking you got a mad discount. But saying that, I've never tried it, allegedly. And I'd like to know if it works. So if hopefully some of the viewers can rob Bunnings and rort Bunnings.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry.
He's giving himself up. He's admitted it's fucking theft. You can't call that a rort.
Mate, I feel like this gets covered every couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Like, what's rort and what's theft.
It's like, I stole some shit. What do you guys think?
Yeah, Gaza from the Shire.
I get it. Hey, Gaza, I get doing that. You stole it.
Yeah.
You still stole it, but I get it.
Yeah. Well, dude, he's living in the Shire. That's an expensive place to live. You know what I mean? So he's just making his ends meet.
And you know what, Gaza? I'm going to say thoughts and prayers whenever the fuck I want, mate. I can fucking send some prayers up to whoever the fuck I believe in, buddy.
Yeah, no one's listening when you pray anyway.
That's between me and my God, man.
Hey, what's up? It's your favourite cunt from Clarencetown. Long time no chat, boys.
Clarence Town,
Anyway, quick story. Was yesterday and the missus was out, you know. Anyway, when the missus is out, the boys come out to play. When I'm talking about the boys, I mean me. And when I'm talking about playing, I mean masturbating.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Anyway, I was watching a little clip, and to preface this actress and actor are British, and anyway, video opens. I had a few videos, you know, propped up just in case. Anyway, video opens, and all I start hearing is a bit of, and then in the
He's doing
background,
that too good.
I'm hearing some fucking Nickelback. And I sort of sat for 10 seconds and I was a bit unsure of what made me stiffer, video or fucking Nickelback playing in the background.
Good on you, mate.
Anyway, I got distracted and I couldn't listen to that. Sorry, I couldn't watch the rest of that video because of Nickelback, of course.
Chad
So I
Kroger in
swapped
your
to
head.
another video. Lo and behold, and in the background, fucking Saving Me by Nickelback. So that sort of,
What the fuck?
yeah, stopped me in my tracks for the day. But anyway, I've put her name in as a description just in case you guys want to Google some shit. Catch you, boys.
Well, I won't be, mate, because I'm off the wanks and pawns. But Mariah Leone apparently loves to just root to the
What?
fucking bit of Chad Croaks.
Yeah. Bit of Nickelback while you blow out my back. You know?
Hey.
That's hilarious that she's just got a soundtrack to getting pounded.
You know, that's probably worked well for her. Like, she's got her demographic down pat.
Yeah.
Divorced dads, they love Mariah Leone. I don't know if I'd be able to get a shot off with big chatty Krogs in my head. And he's there smiling on you there, Brad.
You wouldn't want to disappoint him, would you?
No, well, I think that's more so it. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know, as soon as he pops into your head, it's like, fuck.
Yeah. What would he be doing in this situation?
He'd be doing this
you know?
way better than me.
Yeah.
They'd be fucking frothing this.
He'd have the stroke game down pat.
Oh, fuck.
G'day, boys. Motherfucking Boiler here. First time this year.
Let's go, Boily.
Just listening to you driving around, and fuck me if it ain't windier than a fucking baked bean convention and wetter than a horny blue whale's fucking vagina. But anyway, on the back of that,
That's good stuff,
motorbike bloke flipping you off, Blue. What that bloke needs to watch is a movie called Unhinged from about 4 or 5 years ago. It's a
Russell
movie
Crowe,
about
maybe?
a bloke who gets road rage by this chick. Nothing too bad. She just fucking bips him and, you know, gives him
it's
a bit
rusty.
of a serve and shit. And he's just having the fucking day from hell. And he just goes full psychotic on her and fucking chases her down, tries to murder her and shit. So what that bloke needs to watch is that fucking movie, and I guarantee he won't flip off anyone ever again. And, that's all I got, boys. Have a good day. Righty, see you, boys.
On your Boily. Yeah, Blue was on the way to work and like some L player on a motorbike. Bluey gave him a little toot and he just flipped Bluey off, and then so Blue was just following him and just like staring at him. Like didn't fire up, but like this guy got stuck at the lights like right next to Bluey, so he's just eyeing him the whole
Mean-mugging
time. Yeah. And then at one point like the dude just like essentially ran off.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done in that situation personally. Like, I don't know if it in me to be like, try and staunch someone. I'd just been like, what are you fucking doing, you moron?
I'm a very unintimidating presence, so I
Yeah.
feel like I don't know. I just typically laugh at people.
That's
with
what I mean. I'd
road
be like,
rage.
laughing. What the fuck was that, you
What are you doing,
moron?
cunt?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough operator I am.
Gabe, Blue, it's DC here. Look, I've just had a bit of a discussion with the missus. I told her she's a basic white chick. She's trying to tell me she isn't. Anyway,
Jeez.
that happened about 10 minutes ago. Actually, longer than that now. It probably happened half hour ago. Pretty much since then, I've been sitting in the car outside House of Roast while she's been inside getting a coffee with every other white chick in the area. So,
Good.
really, I'm just looking for some validation.
Case solved,
Yeah.
brother. Case
That's what you like
solved.
to know. Bluey's been ripping into House of Roast, so yeah, anyway. She's in there for half hour now, so should only be another 13 minutes, 15 minutes. So yeah, anyway, catch you boys later.
Yeah, that's a sit at DC.
Just send her the article, DC, and I feel like you've pretty much proven your point there, brother.
Yeah. What else? What else do we have for like basic white girls? I mean, maybe
Fuck,
they.
dude, how long we got?
I mean, like
Record
Taylor
another
Swift,
episode.
Sabrina Carpenter. If they're in her playlist, she's a basic white chick.
Do you wear Lululemon?
Yeah, you're a basic white chick. Yeah, Lululemon is more white, basic white chick than like Lorna Jane now. Lululemon's the new one for sure.
Lulu's around, Muscle Nation. Do you have a matching gym outfit like with tight?
Are you wearing white
Short.
shoes and white socks over tights? You're
Yeah,
a basic. You're a basic white chick.
Yeah.
Do you have blonde hair? You know.
You're an Aryan white chick if you got blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. But there's no shame in being basic and white. You know what I mean? Can you handle a spicy curry from Darby on Raj?
No, you
If
can't.
not, you're pretty basic and white.
Yeah. A butter chicken is spicy.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
You got the ring stinger 3000 after eating some Darby on Raj, then you're basic and white.
Oh, babe, you want some Chinese tonight? Yeah, why not? Honey chicken, thanks.
Yeah.
You're a basic white chick.
Yeah. You're just beige. You're a beige babe, and it's all good.
A beige chick. Hey, come on. That was good.
There we go.
Come on.
We're back.
Yeah, DC. You know. You knew. And there's your validation. Oh. Just shredding the house down.
Boys, Cheese here. How the fuck are you?
Let's go.
I'll give you a tip. That one wasn't a Nickelback one.
Sounded like
Might be
Kanye.
close, but not Nickelback. I'm running out of good Nickelback ones to play.
I got no
but it's
idea.
new
Blue
materially.
idea.
All right, Hot Cross Buns. There's a local shop that sells them fucking year round here, and they've just got one line on the top instead of a cross. So 2 lines is one. They call them not cross buns. Okay, you do
Nice.
you, I guess. Back in the day, when I had an onion on my belt, I worked at Woolies in the bakery for a couple of years. Easter was always fucking mental. We're literally selling hot cross buns faster than we can make them. We'd push the fucking hot trolleys into the freezer so they'd cool down quicker.
True.
Fun times. Anyway, whatever. Fuck Easter. Fuck Christmas. Fuck everything.
Hey.
Perfume. Kumar Dharmasena. Have you heard of him? I fucking doubt it.
No.
International cricket umpire.
Oh.
Last year, this cunt released his own perfume.
Wow.
The bottle is shaped like his silhouette with the wide brim hat and all. Now, who the fuck is going to buy that? You should check out the photo of the fucking bottle of perfume. It's tragic.
Oh
All right,
my
love you. It's black.
Kumar, what? I do need to see this. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, that is hilarious because like his main demographic would be in India, where we know that they ain't really fucking big fans of their own scents. You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
Not
at
big
least looking after it.
not big ambassadors of deodorant or colognes.
Uh,
But and I know that sounds rogue, me saying that guy sounded like he was playing some Kanye, but I just for whatever reason got that pussy in. What is it? It's all
Like,
I
yeah,
need.
like I
No
definitely, I
more
see what you
drugs
mean.
for me.
I definitely see that had a Kanye kind of vibe to it, but he said it's close to Nickelback, so I fucking doubt it. I need to see this guy's fucking cologne. This came off the back of me seeing Guy Sebastian has his own cologne.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Oh, here we go. Kumar, fucking, I'm not even gonna bother.
Bro, what the fuck? That is sketchy. It kind of looks like a KKK
Yeah,
type gown,
bro.
but with like a Breaking Bad cap on
Yeah,
top.
and he's wearing like fucking like almost Matrix kind of glasses.
Yeah. What does it say? With purified water from the river Ganges? Not sure that's a thing.
Thank you
Trust
for
me,
bringing
buddy.
that up. That's really funny. I can't believe that exists.
It smells like dead bodies and feces from the River Ganges.
Right, this will be a fun one, Brad. This is a recurring segment. If you may have heard.
Oh, is this a fuck, marry, kill from our boy?
From the sped.
Give me the thick dick of the north, son.
Actually, it could be.
Bluey, Gabe, how are you going, boys? It's the Sped here.
Hi, brother.
Dialing in for this week's Fuck, Marry, Kill. So this week, boys, we're going to do the Tigers. Your three options are going to be Robbie Farah, Scotty Prince, and Jerome Luai.
Oh, easy.
So who would you boys fuck, marry, kill out of those Tigers? So last week we did doggies with Burton, Sexton, and Kickow.
You gotta kill
my options or my choices would be I'm going to marry Kickow, I'm going to fuck Burton, and I would kill Sexton.
Yeah.
Have a good one, boys. And Bluey, congratulations on the announcement of the little bundle of joy, and hope you enjoy parenthood, man. Have a good one, boys. Boy.
More on that next week.
Nice Sped. Thanks for that.
Now we got Robbie Farah, we got Luai, and we got Scotty Prince. Let's hear from you, Brad. You said this was easy.
I'm killing Jerome Luai.
No, man.
For sure, dude.
You're fucking Queenslander for no reason.
Fuck
You fucking
Jerome.
idiot. You're a Queenslander for no fucking reason.
I'm transsexual, right?
Yeah.
I'm living my truth. I would, so kill.
So just because like New South Wales and what you just reckon he's a bit of a grub, or
look,
do you reckon he's overrated?
He's just a gay cunt. It's like talented, yes, left foot step. This year will be interesting to see how Jerome actually goes.
I am really excited to see this year. Yeah.
But yeah, just carries on like a fuckwit, and then it's just like, oh, I don't understand why people hate me. It's like, brother,
you said we got work tomorrow, dude.
Yeah, you're carrying on like a fuckwit. So that was an easy one for me. Kill him.
Yes.
Marry Scott Prince, Queenslander. Actually, one of my cousins an auntie and uncle used to live across the road from Scotty Prince.
Did you ever see him?
I wrote him a love letter when I was real young. This is like 05, and I was like,
I fuck with that. I fucked with Scotty Prince, bro.
Yeah.
Him and Bands, yeah.
Bro,
I like Scotty.
This was the year where this was 05, so this is where they were on the fucking tear. And it was like back when those you could have remember those like Nike like bracelets and shit?
You're not just talking about the power band, are you?
Not the power band.
Okay.
No, but remember how it was like when I almost said Neil Armstrong, when Lance Armstrong had like those like Live Free. It was like a yellow and it had like a Nike tick or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they released like rugby league ones and ones with like little messages and shit on it. Anyway, I gave Scott Prince one and wrote him a letter, and I was like, "You're the sickest cunt. I wish you never got hurt and could still play at the Broncos." Bro, he wrote back and signed a picture and shit for me. So
that's very sweet.
Without doubt, marrying Scott Prince.
Oh well, that does make it easy for you.
And then just fuck Robbie Farah, because that's hilarious. You couldn't think he'd get fucked anymore in his career, but yeah, I'd be fucking him for sure.
Yeah. All right. Now, where do I sit on this situation? I like Luai. I think Luai is entertaining. I think he's fun. I think he's X Factor, which, as I voice that out loud, makes me think I wanna fuck Luai.
Yeah, he might be a bit of an exotic route for you.
Exactly, exotic, the long hair, something to hold on to.
Shades on while pounding your back door.
Exotic, the X Factor. Yeah, I might do that, and then I think that means obviously I got to marry Scotty Prince. I mean, stud for one, and like
great looking
bloke. And after hearing the fucking humble, sweet guy he is that wrote you and signed a fucking photo for you.
Yeah,
what a nice guy. And that means that Robbie Farah is getting X'd off, which is a shame, Robbie, because you did all right. But I've heard from a couple of sources that you're fucking kind of annoying to be around. So.
Yeah, I have also heard that as well. Ran into him at a pub one day in Sydney, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and was just off everyone.
Yeah, they just
but like he
reports,
was
he's just a bit of like a straight edge kind of.
Well, he was on the beers, but he was just getting hounded by everyone. So it was just like, you'd be like, "Hey, Robbie, how are you?" He's like, "Fuck off, cunt." Like, fair enough.
Yeah, sweet dude. All right, just wanted to say
I
good
get
day. I liked you when I was a kid. Last one. Let's do it. Healthy episode, this episode.
Just thought I'd let the boys know that I'm going to have a drug test in a couple of minutes. And thought it'd be good to let the boys know. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not passing and I'm ready for the job market.
Right, so the last island is from someone who is about to be fired.
Unemployed. Well, I'm looking for a podcast producer who can edit clips, brother. So if you can do that, come on board.
That's it, mate.
Nice.
Thanks for coming on, Brad.
Anytime,
Appreciate
mate.
taking the time. It's been fucking heaps of fun. I'm glad the potty's back. What do they got to look forward to? Is it dropping on Sunday? Who's joining you?
It'll be out Sunday. My good friend and fellow hot boy Taylor Coftry is going to be back in town
He's
for
back.
Oz Day.
Let's go.
So we will we'll record an episode. We're planning a big Australia Day celebration because it feels like it's been years since we could actually celebrate it without just copying too much controversy.
Yeah.
So me and Taylor are like, you know what, fucking this country rips. Let's hook into the piss. Let's have a big fucking Australia Day. Let's do some stand up on the weekend, bang out a potty, and just have a fucking good old time. So, that'll most likely be out Sunday.
Yeah. Can I come hang out if I don't go to Tamworth?
Absolutely.
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
I'm
hang.
thinking about going back there, but I might not be able to with the Mrs. Crook. So.
Yeah. Well, dude, if the missus is crook, you got to be close by and somewhat inebriated
yeah.
with the boys.
That's closer than Tamworth.
That's it. Yeah, come hang out for sure. I'll let you know when he gets in town. But follow me on Instagram, Bradley Bishop with an underscore at the end. I will be posting a little bit more shit online this year, but I will be letting people know when I'm doing stand up as well.
Cool. So no shows at the moment, just doing kind of open mics and stuff.
Yeah, open
testing out
mics tonight. Got some. I got some spots coming up. But yeah,
just follow Brad on Instagram.
It's one of those things. I'll just post on my story because people will be like, "When are you doing stand up?" I will come, and then you'll tell them, and then they never come.
Yeah,
but that's life, baby. So it is what it is.
Righto, easy guys. Thanks again, Brad. Talk to you next week.
Love yous.
You're my boy, Blue!